Nervous. Very, very dreadfully nervous I had been. But why will he say that I am mad? Hearken and observe how healthily, how calmly I can tell you a story. It is impossible to say how first the idea entered my brain, but once conceived, it haunted me day and night. Object there was none, passion there was none. I love the old man. I think it was his. Yes, it was this. He had the eye of a vulture. Whenever it fell upon me, my blood ran cold, and so, by degrees, I made up my mind to take the life of the old man. You fancy me mad? Madmen know nothing, but you should have seen me with what dissimulation I went to work. Every night, about midnight, I tore the latch of his door and opened it. Oh, you would have loved to see how cunningly it was hidden. What a man might have been so wise as this. But I found the eye always closed, and so it was impossible to do the work, for it was not the old man who vexed me, but his evil eye. Then, one night, I was more than cautious in opening the door. Perhaps he heard me. Now you may think that I drew back, but no. His room was as black as pitch with a thick darkness, and so I know that he could not see the opening of the door. "Who's there?" he cried out. It was the groan of mortal terror. Listen, a beating of the old man's heart, and now a new anxiety seized me. The sound would be heard by a neighbor. The old man's hour had come. A shriek had been heard by a neighbor during the night. Suspicion of foul play had been arose. I smiled, for what had I to fear? The shriek, I said, was my own in a dream. The old man I mentioned was absent in the country. I took my visitors over the house. I bade them search well. I lead them at length to this chamber, and desire them here to rest from their fatigues, while I myself, in the wild audacity of my perfect triumph, place my own seat upon the very spot beneath which repose the corpse of the victim. My manner had convinced them I was singularly at ease. Oh, they sat, and while I answered cheerily, they chatted of familiar things, but ere long I felt myself getting pale and wished them gone. I arose and argued about trifles in a high key with violent gesticulations. Why would they not be gone? Oh God, what could I do? I foam, I rave, I swore. Was it possible they heard not? Almighty God! No! No! They heard! They suspected! They knew! They were making a mockery of my horror! This I thought, and this I think. But anything was better than this agony. Anything was more tolerable than this derision. I felt that I must scream or die. Villains! I shriek. Dissemble no more. I admit the deed. Tear up the planks. Here, it is the bidding of his hideous